Hey everybody, I'm Tony Fleming from Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Thank you for joining me on today's what I call collector car series, right? And you say, well, Tony, collector car series, you mean you talk about collector cars a lot? Well, I do talk about collector cars a lot. Thanks for asking. Anyway, these cars here, the Mach 1s, have continued to now, I shouldn't say continued. What they're started to do now is go up in value because we're filming this 20 years later. This is a car with driven under 2,000 miles a year, actually driven under 1,500 miles a year, right? This is a collector car, driven to shows, garage kept. You know, it's a third or fourth car for somebody, or maybe it's your second car. It could be your first car if you wanted to, because it's as nice as a new car to drive. However, these, because of these things that make it different, and they bring some of the old of the original Mach 1s to some of the new of this, the style of the wheel, the shaker hood, the stripe, the interior, all kinds of little subtle things like that. And I think they did a nice job with that. Check the market, you'll see what these sold for originally, what they went down in value over time, and now you'll see the curve headed right back up, and I call that a future collectible. What's not to like about Zinc Yellow with the Mach 1 matte black callouts, right? It's a great looking car. And you could get a yellow Mach 1 in 69 and 70, right? At least 70 in this shade. So how good is factory paint now? Well, significantly better than it was back then, because that was one stage paint. And here we have two stage paint, meaning we have a beautiful base coat with clear coat over top of it. And look at how nicely, this is factory paint right here, showing you how clear the letters and everything are on here. That's a good sign, right? That says, like, if you want to go to a car show, especially one late at night and you're under the lights, this car really, really glows. So for any of you who think that maybe 4.6 liters and 300 plus horsepower is not enough power or not a lot of power, let me share something with you that you may or may not know, all right? For instance, this same engine is also put in a 6,000 pound F-150. This, almost half the weight of that, with the same engine, this car goes. Don't minimize that. And you're talking about 4.6 liters, aluminum block and heads, right? Rated at 305, easy 305. There's some small mods you can do to this thing to get a lot more power. But that's not really why you buy it. You buy it because it looks good and it's got performance. And here's a couple things that a lot of people don't know. For instance, the shaker hood. Like, why is it called a shaker hood? It's because instead of bolting the hood scoop onto the hood, where it would just sit and then drive fresh air in, this is bolted to the engine itself with a nice gasket here. It has a drainage tubes for when it rains. And what it does is it shakes while the engine's idling. And when you get on the gas, it torques with the engine. It looks really cool while it's working. And it's really a great piece to look at. Not to mention, the fresh air does come through there, and it just looks, I mean, it's great. You go to a car show or something, you pop the hood. Most people have never seen anything like that. Lastly, this is a super original car with all of the kind of original decals still in place, and you want that. This way you know that original Ford pieces are still in the car, there hasn't been an accident, and those pieces have been replaced. That's what you're looking for. Original stampings on the fenders for codes. You know this is the real deal, real car, real collectible. That's very, very original. These cars are surprisingly fast. They're significantly less weight than a Camaro, right? And this is actually the view that many of the people that perhaps you might go up against might see. Just saying. Dual exhaust, great call out on the back. Love this setup here, makes the hips look wide. Spoiler, shaker hood, those kinds of things that are Mach 1 kind of stuff. And inside here is actually a real deal trunk. Like, look at this. You could put luggage in here. You could put chairs and a cooler in here, go to a car show. You could go to the beach for the weekend. You could do all of the things in this car. The trunk goes way back here. Can't even touch the inside of the trunk. Making the car really, really functional as well as a cool car. Also, too, as you're looking through the glass here, you can see this has the Mach audio system here. The Mach audio system is a very nice sound system. It works really well. Nice call outs there. And I think we should just get in this car and go to the beach. That's all I keep thinking about. All right, so you're walking up to your cool car, got your shaker hood, your big wheels and tires, Mach 1 call outs. You go, man, that's a great looking car. Oh, that's my car, right? But you know you're gonna spend some time inside, so let's check that out first, because if this is where you're gonna spend most of your time, right? That right there is a good sound. That means that this, look, power seats. And this is good to show off too, because I'm 6'1". I got room here. I can spread my legs all the way there. This shifter is really nice. Billet shifter ball. You'll be surprised at how nice it feels in your hand. And then you have things like tilt wheel, 150 mile an hour speedometer, 8,000 RPM Tach, full array of gauges, right? You got the Mach audio system that we talked about with all the surround that's in here. You got driving lights. And if you decide to take up smoking, I think this, sorry, it does not have, well, it does have a lighter if you wanted to. If you wanted to take up smoking and you said, you know what, smoking's cool, I want to pay 10 bucks for a pack of smokes, you could actually use the lighter in here. I'm not suggesting you do that. I was just letting you know that it's user friendly. Power windows, power locks, like this is a real deal modern sports car with a great interior, right? This Mach 1 interior with seating in the back for another couple or the kids. Imagine going out with a car that sounds like a V8, right? The shift and the engine rising and falling. You can see the shaker hood in the front shaking as we drive. When you get on the gas, it moves and torques and things like that. That's great. Don't forget you got AC and modern heat and all those good things. It's a modern collectible classic, which is a lot to say, but it really is pretty impressive. All right, so let's close up this collector car and see what we're talking about. We're talking about a low production car, the Mach 1 special edition car, 2-owner car driven less than 2,000 miles a year, actually less than 1,500 miles a year, 1,245 to be exact, right? Loaded. Stereo system, the Mach, right? That great 5-speed transmission. Shaker hood, Mach 1 callouts. Like, I just look at the list of stuff that's on here and I say, this is a really great car for the money. Like, this is a car that you potentially could drive and sell for what you paid for it a few years later. How cool is that, right? Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you anything you need to know about this Mach 1 that we can help you find a way to get it in your garage. 301-816-1000. And if you don't mind, hit the like button down below there. That helps us get the message out. Subscribe to the channel. We have new stuff coming out every day, all the time. And maybe share it with some friends too. They might like what they see. I'll see you on the next one.